Snow is falling down. I've been longing for this Christmas when everyone's around to share this holiday.
This is my coat collection for winter currently. We have a mix of aritzia, we have a mix of Zara, thrifted, all of your faves. So if you guys are interested, please keep on watching. I just want to share the scarves of the moment right now because I feel like that's just like a natural thing when it comes to coats. But the first one I have here is this puffy scarf. I really like this, and you're gonna see me wear this with that puffer coat because it just looks really, really good. Balenciaga came out with one of these a few years ago, and I've seen a ton of them since then. I actually got this on sale at Aritzia last year, and it is made just like their super puffs. I think it's a super puff scarf. So I'll try to find similar things to this, but I think that this is just a staple. Also makes a really good gift for your mom. I bought one for my mom, I bought one for my grandma. One thing I love about having it in black, however, is if you have a black coat, it kind of looks like it's part of the coat. I think that just adds an extra bit of interest to your look. This scarf actually was gifted from Haley of Haley's Corner. I love this scarf. You can see us opening them in her vlog. But these oversized scarves are definitely having a moment. They were also made popular by the brand Acne, and I just love a good layering piece like this. I think oversized scarves, especially in Toronto or anywhere that it kind of flurries and gets very snowy, is obviously quite necessary. There are so many great oversized scarves at every single budget, so I will make sure to link some of those. But again, I think scarves just make you feel more put together. I am a Canadian gal through and through, born and raised in Toronto, so a lot of these are more for our weather. So we do have mild moments where it's about like -1, so 32 degrees, and then we have times where it's absolutely dreadful and freezing. So I have a little bit of a mix of everything, so hopefully you guys can find some inspo from this and why I love each coat. We're just gonna go through every single one. I have 2 accessories that we'll be working with today. I just want to share the scarves of the moment right now because I feel like that's just like a natural thing when it comes to coats. This plaid coat is just so amazing. I actually picked this up at a vintage show a few years ago, and it really reminds me of the Aritzia Ghana jacket, which is why I originally bought it. But this one's vintage, so it feels just a little bit more special. I would rate this like 2 fire signs on the heat scale because it is lined, so it does keep me warm. So you could definitely find things like this at your thrift store, or you can try out the Aritzia Ghana jacket. I believe it's also made of wool, so it should be quite warm, especially when you layer a lot underneath it. This still has the thrift price tag on it. I have yet to take it off. It says $19.99. This is just my almost famous jacket. I love this coat so much. You guys know the faux fur trim is still in. I feel like it's pretty much a classic. I love this little short one I have here that's suede. I'll find something similar to this. There's a lot of popular like faux fur trim coats that are coming out this year, so if you want a statement coat, I feel like doing something like this is super, super fun. It just jazzes up any plain basic outfit like how I have on here. I've worn this so much, and it's just a really nice coat that can also take you from day to night in a very snazzy way. This was 20 bucks, so quite cheap. I would rate this pretty much like a 1 flame sign on the scale if it's out of 5. So we're getting into some puffers, and my newest puffer of the year is actually from Hunter. They so graciously sent this over, but I really love this. So it has the stats on here actually, so I will put them up on the screen for you guys. But this is suitable for temperatures as low as -25 degrees Celsius or -13 degrees Fahrenheit, and I have this in a size small. I think for the price, this coat is actually really, really great. It feels very substantial, and they also, another bonus for Hunter coats is that there are a lot of matching colorways for the boots. So I actually have a green pair of boots that I'm going to be shooting with this coat because I think it looks so cute together. There is a hood, there is some fleece line. So this is machine washable, machine wash cold, line dry, cool iron, do not dry clean. So that is a huge bonus for me, that the fact that it is machine washable. I don't know about you guys, but I'm 28 and I don't think I've ever been to the dry cleaners like ever, unless I was like with my mom or something and she was dry cleaning our stuff. So I know for my lifestyle it just makes a lot more sense to have a machine washable winter coat, and there are so many available, so why not? I have 3 coats from Aritzia here. We're going to start off with the warmest. It is my Super Puff Long. This is machine washable, which I really love. So I've actually machine washed the scarf already. I have not washed this for this season yet, but as you guys can see, I wore this and I bought a lot of coffee last year. I did a lot of things in this coat and it still looks pretty good. Even like where I would sit, it looks pretty clean. I do have some makeup stainage from last year over here, but I'm not too worried about it since I am going to be washing it. I have this in a size small, and there are matching gloves and matching Super Puff masks for this colorway, which I would say is a bonus. It's super warm. I wore this all throughout the Canadian winter. I wore this like literally on a frozen lake, and I was personally very warm. So I give this a thumbs up. I also think the price point of this coat is really, really good. And it also has the thumb holes as well. So again, I have this in the long, but it comes in a bunch of different styles, and it even comes into a vest. I have the vest in a medium. This has the same amount of down as the Super Puff jackets, except this is a vest. They actually have a shorty vest, which in hindsight, I probably shouldn't have purchased this in the medium. I should have gotten it in a small for the look I was going for, because I do find it a little bit gaping in the armholes. But this is the glossy finish. So as you guys can see, I will compare it to the matte for you guys. I have artificial light set up here, so you can definitely see the sheen in this one versus this one, but I do love both. I do think a vest is necessary in this weather. Like I said, it's quite unpredictable, and I'm actually going to show you guys how I layer it with this packable puffer. So this is the TNA Telluride puffer. As you guys can tell, this is definitely more a matte finish versus this high gloss, but one thing I like to do with my packable puffer is actually layer this vest on top. I think it makes a really good alternative if you live in a multi-climate place like I do. For days that it's light or you're just going, you just want to throw something on, I feel like this packable puffer is great, especially if you're going into an indoor setting and you don't want to like haul around a large coat. Packable puffers for you. I don't think that the Telluride is available anymore, unfortunately, but they do have another packable puffer, which I believe is just as warm. Such a missed opportunity though, because I think this coat is amazing and I think it fits really great. But like I said, you can layer on the vest. I think it's a really good option, so that way you kind of have like a 2 for 3 coats in one, because you can wear this individually, and then these together. This is a bit steep for a vest. I believe the vests are start about $178. And they come in a bunch of different colorways. I personally think that's kind of expensive because it's not that much less expensive than the coat. I mean, personally, I don't know. I don't have a lot to compare it to, but it's definitely a statement piece, and I'm personally glad I bought it. So moving on to more dressy coats, these are the 4 that I absolutely love. I have 1 Zara coat in the mix, and I want to show you guys like a little hack that I personally do when I look at Zara coats because the sizing is so weird. This is a size US large. I love the slouchiness of this. It's a very like Hailey Bieber look, like you always see her in these oversized coats, and I personally love the look of this. It just feels cozier. Personally, I think that this is pretty warm for a longer coat, and it was quite affordable. This is like a Teddy style coat, and I know these like definitely made their mark a few years ago, but if you have a Teddy style coat, don't toss it or don't give it away. I actually think it's personally, I think it's a classic. I've yet to wash or dry clean this though, and I really only wear it for certain occasions where it's not too mucky out. But it's such a good layering piece, and I love this like army green. So I will link a few coats that are similar to this because I did purchase this a few years ago, but there are always coats like this available at Zara. Again, I normally wear a size small, but I sized up 2 sizes in this coat. If you caught my last thrift haul in Buffalo, you will have seen this coat. It's definitely has made its appearance on both my Instagram and my YouTube. I'm just obsessed with it. Unfortunately, the brand is pretty unnotable, but I got this for $15 and I believe it's a wool coat. I got it in the men's section. So if you guys are thrifting coats right now, I think the best coats always come from the thrift store. Definitely don't skimp out on the men's section. Even if you are a more petite person, I think you might as well just try and see. There's certain things that may work for you. This coat was definitely not made for someone of my stature, but I really personally love the way it looks. This is the brand Donnybrook, and this is definitely the least expensive coat out of all the coats that I've showed you guys so far. This says 10p, so I don't know what size that is, but I did pick this up at the men's section at the thrift store. It was $2.50 because it was 50% off, so it was originally marked for only $5. It's a slouchy wool coat, and it reminded me so much of the coats at Aritzia, those slouchy coats that are, I think, $498 or $398, I can't remember, but they were pretty steep, so that's why I picked this up. I thought it was a great dupe. I do love that coat. I have a few friends that have it, and I totally understand why it's such a staple piece. But try the thrift store if you have one, because I think it's just such, you can just find hidden gems like this, and I think that's amazing. I could not make a coat video without talking about one leather coat, and this is definitely more for that California winter, but this is a fully leather coat that is Calvin Klein, is a leather trench. We've seen a lot of the leather biker jackets, obviously, and even that very, very popular style of the leather shearling, which I still love and I still have my coat of. But I think one thing that you may want to try out this year is a leather trench style, because it's kind of the best of both worlds, because you can easily wear this in the fall and the spring, so definitely bang for your buck. You could pair this with a hoodie, or you could pair this with a very sexy dress. I think it kind of can go both ways. This one again is from Calvin Klein. I believe it was $20-something at the thrift store, but I just love a good leather trench. I will link some that are more high street for you guys as well if you don't have time to thrift right now, or just want to find something that's just like one and done and easy. So that's today's video, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this coat collection and my recommendations for the winter season. If you guys have a favorite coat brand or coat in general, please let me know by leaving a comment in the comment section below, and I'll catch you guys soon. Bye, everybody.